Blah 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 da 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 da. Right. Right. You know what I like to do? I like to come in here and we'll throw the rock around a little bit while I wait for every. Let me see something. Let's go back. Fourth and passing yards. Yeah. It's like it's a little dark right now. That's alright. No, that's not it. I'm an idiot. That's what we're talking about. Alright. We'll go. You know what? Let's try some guys out. Let's see. Let's put this guy in. Let's. These are my future guys. This is what. Is it Lauderdale? Yeah, we'll play him. Between these two guys. No, let me see this. Look something like that. Offense will look something like that. Let me get rid of green. Oh, excuse me. I think. Oh. Williams is 94 overall. Still not getting as many sacks as other guys. I think what I'm gonna do with this guy is I just give him block shedding at the end of the year. See how I get his block shed. I definitely have a need. I know I'm talking to myself though, but I definitely have a need for. I need to fix my lineup. I think I better cut some guys. Riddick. Okay. And then we know we do this. McLaughlin got a pick for me today. Kick return. All these guys, man. Pick. Alright. 702. What you gonna do when they come for you? Random. I like to go against a. I think I'll go against a cover 3 random. Let's respot the ball. What's up? Just gonna mess around for a little bit. Go get some coffee or something. A couple of donuts. Come on back. Ah, let's see. Oh, this is nothing. No. No. This guy's not the greatest running back. He's tiny, man. Oh, shoot. Come on, Sloan. Oh. Come on, Sloan. Oh, shit. That happened pretty quickly. What's everybody doing? Almost. Almost, big fella. Ooh, you know I like this play. Step back into the pocket. X wide open. Out. Out. Probably should put some heat on that thing. I know this is gonna work against cover 3. Oh, we'll wait a little bit. I think I might ran this play against me today. Oh, who got the sack? 78. Lindsay. Oof. Jeez. Oh. Oh yeah. Guys watching me. That's a bad throw. Oh, it's a bad throw. What's going on, y'all? Just testing out some of these guys. Oh, look at that. Was terrible. What's good, PSL Nation? Oh, man. Oh. Go get it. Go get it. Oh. Only had one hand. Ooh. Oh, get off me. I wonder if I juke outside. I'm gonna try that the next time I get to the side. Oh gosh. What happened if you juke outside if you're trying to get outside? No, probably wasn't the right place for it, but. Oh. Ah. Let me tell you guys something, man. I don't know who's listening or who's watching, but I was so mad till I was playing. I think I was playing Pooba today. Oh, look at this. And May maybe had like 2 opportunities for some really good interceptions. Oh, that's gonna be a pick. And he not that he blew him, he just didn't make him. I was so mad. So now you know what I gotta do. I gotta figure out what's a good number for oh shoot, for DBs to have to kind of like increase the chances of them actually intercepting the ball. Oh, that's a bad. I didn't see anything. I saw the check down, but I didn't want to throw to the check down. Yeah. Ooh, wow. You see that? Who was that? That was terrible. Oh, this is good. Oh. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's come on in, have a seat. We ain't doing nothing. Oh, that's a pick. That's what I'm talking about. Why wouldn't he try to take the ball off? It's just so silly. Oh. Oh. No closing speed. Oh. Damn. That's Francois. We'll let the other guys, I want to use the word matriculate in here, but I don't know if that's the right word. But I'm gonna start as soon as some people give me some TLC. Oh. Alright, let's see. Oh, no. Obviously juking out of bounds isn't favorable. But look at alright. Oh, that's twice. Alright, I'm gonna say just look at this, and this is practice, right? Oh. So just take a look at Leonard Williams to me. I see my team is red. I think this means that nobody here has a favorable matchup. Alright. I think that's what it means. And pass blocking, I think they break even. But even in pass blocking, my numbers are, anyway. Look at Leonard Williams. Just look at him. Just look at him fight number 57. Like, how... I just want to go back to the replay. I think this was really bothering me so far this year. Here's Leonard Williams right here. 94 overall Leonard Williams. And I want to say this guard. Look at this. Sarton, right? Number 57. Look at him. Give this guy a hard time. Right? Let's go look at number 57 right quick. Depth chart. It's number 57. 61 awareness. His impact block is actually pretty high. But this guy should not be going toe-to-toe with Leonard Williams. Anyway. You know what I'll do? Let me see something. Let's see how important the impact block is. Because I'm going to do this again. Let me put this guy in. Who has, I think it's like 79 impact block. Oh, look at the wheels my quarterback has. Juke. Alright. So let's see now. No, he gets squished. I think Leonard Williams got audible into a pass play. The double team. Alright, I'm off this. Let's go, fella. Let's talk. Who's in here? Let's talk. Let's talk it. Talk it out. I'm gonna eat. Don't worry. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Alright. So I'll start off real slow, and then I guess when guys jump in, we'll talk about some other stuff. Let's go into the standings. So I got a funny. Jeez. All right. Saints, Bengals, Bills. Mike is back. Broncos doing his thing. Vikings, who I think had he didn't have that good of a year last year. I think 5-1. Rams, Chargers. So we've got some winners. Does everybody have a win? Except for the Raiders. Yikes. Yo, what up, player? Damn, Nick's the only person without a win in this mug. Nick's having a rough year. That's my guy too, but he's having a really rough year. Another one of my guys, the Titans, having a rough year. I think the Jags are having a rough year. Anyway, what's good, man? So we'll start with the AFC since it's closest. Mick comes over at the end of the season, happens to grab a playoff-bound team. Mick is good. I know he's good. Here's Mick at 6-0. I'm not sure who he's played yet. We'll take a look at that in a second. And so I'm surprised the number one. The Saints are probably the number one team, and Mick has not given up any points. Less than 100. I know, Mello. I'm gonna check that out after this broadcast. I probably won't be here for too long. Maybe under an hour today. Just a midway cap on what's going on. What's good, Sev? And so we got the Builder 6-1. We know that TW is really good. Myself, I just beat the Skins today. Matter of fact, funny story because obviously I'm watching the stats. I take a look at TW's rookie Preston Cook. I think his name's like Preston Cook. And somewhere in there, he has 5 catches for 200 yards. So I'm like, yikes! Like, who the hell let this guy go off like this? So I jump into the league schedule. I go back a week. He didn't have a 200 his last game. The game before that, he plays the Redskins, my man Puba, and he goes off for 5 catches, 200 yards. I want to say either 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns. So I hit up Puba and DM like, yo, my man, what's up? Like, how you let TW rookie go off on you like that? 200 yards catching? He goes, what position? I'm like, wide receiver. He goes, I ain't know the little fucker was so fast. And I just bust out laughing. But bottom line, TW with fast receivers is like everybody's nightmare. So he's doing well with that guy. I want to say that guy has like 20. I looked at stats earlier. 27 catches for like 700 and something yards and like 6 touchdowns, something like that. He's going ham with him. So that's that. So the Broncos are the Broncos, obviously. The Chargers are 5-2. Dolphins 4-3. I want to say he definitely lost his last game. But he's looked a lot better. I haven't played him yet, but I think at one point, obviously, he was at either 3-1 or 4-2. Well, I guess 4-2. I guess he just lost one. But he's much improved. And once again, I think the AFC East looks like the toughest division. Once again, we've probably got 2 teams trying to get to the playoffs and probably a third that may or may not jump in there. And like I said earlier, Nick is having a rough season, which is surprising to me because he's playing pretty well in GFML, GMFL, with a lower rated quarterback. How do you do, Sev? I just feel like sometimes I feel a little looser in the other league. The Dolphins. Okay, Dolphins. Yeah. The Dolphins. And it depends. Like sometimes I feel like I'm a little loose in this league. Sometimes in the other league I'm a little loose, a little tight. It depends. Just the way it is. It's all mental. I always encourage guys who are struggling in the game to kind of just I wouldn't necessarily say play more. I would just kind of look at stuff that you want to do with your Madden team and then kind of look around, for the most part, YouTube and see what other guys are kind of doing and how to tailor or fix or whatever, do whatever to your gameplay. I think this generation, and I don't want to say this generation, but I think as the internet becomes more and more prevalent, as if it weren't prevalent as is, the ability to visually learn something is definitely increasing. More and more people, in my opinion, are learning by just looking at somebody else do it. No more really reading and trying to figure stuff out and imagine stuff in your mind to kind of visualize what the writer's trying to convey. All right. Anyway, so the Saints are 6-0. His defense is probably as good as Mick's. 85 points here. 85 points here. It's dead heat. That's my sister probably. But he's scoring 216. Broncos are 250. So the top team, so I wouldn't say the teams that are outside of the Bengals, teams that with 6 wins all have more than 200 points scored. Not the Panthers, the Vikings, yeah, and the Rams, who are, I guess the games are pretty tight, 166 to 102. Um, but I guess the column in the left is all that really matters. But Mike looks to be back. Um, we'll take a look at Mike's schedule. He's 6-1, and then we'll take a look at the Bengals schedule. I wanted to see who they played. I'm just not certain who they play in the. But it looks like it may be. I don't know if we'll just jump here. This AFC. Oh man, my man G World with 4 wins. So it's tighter. This is definitely a tighter race than it has been in the past. Obviously, the Vikings are out to a huge lead, but right now 4-3 looks like it could get them in the playoffs. Excuse me, so sorry. Um, yeah. So a lot of these teams that bubble teams are 4-3. The Cowboys, Skins, and Eagles. I know the Cowboys are much better than this 2-4 record, but I think almost every year around this time his schedule just doesn't allow him to play as much Madden. So he said after Christmas he'll be back doing this thing. Uh, but the Giants aren't really out of the water here. I mean, technically, I would say these. I mean, maybe not the Eagles per se, but I mean these two teams are 2 wins out of first. So I'm not sure what he's doing. So if Sev wants to win the division, he needs to get some wins, obviously. Um, but the Skins and the Cowboys are, we both know they're capable of Madden players. And like I said, 4-3 is probably that bubble where guys are gonna kind of be at. All these 4-3 teams have playoff hopes. Um, Unlike Sev, the Rams are actually taking care of business. Um, and so, yeah, man, 5-1. And then, like I said, no offense to the NFC West. Um, these guys don't talk that much in chat, and so they're kind of quiet out there in the West. That's not a real problem for me. Let's run back to AFC West. So Chargers and Broncos. I feel like the wild card once again in the AFC will be at minimum 10 wins. I believe last year TW was either 11-win wild card or 12-win wild card, maybe 11, I think. Uh, Excuse me. And 6-1, 6-1. Um, I'm not sure how this. We'll see how this. I mean, it comes down to I guess conference division wins maybe. Um, so we both have AS. I mean, our losses are to each other really. So we'll see how that balls down. Um, and so I mean, AFC South is wide open. The Texans are 3-4. Jags are 2-4. Titans are 2-5. The Colts are 1-6. I feel like the Colts are mathematically probably a little bit out of it, a little far from the go to come back. The Titans have won 2 straight. Um, that's seven. That's seven. I mean, they've played their games, I guess, up until week 7. So we'll find out. I guess tonight, if any of these 3 teams play, they all should try to win. But more or less, really, these Jags and Titans really need to win and hope for a Texans loss to kind of force a tie up top. See what's going on. NFC North, 6-0. Steelers, Browns, Ravens. They're probably out of it at the moment. I don't really see them jumping into this at all. I mean, their best hope is, if they could join the AFC South right now, which is probably kind of rude, but true. Like I said, AFC probably gonna need 10 wins to get into a wild card spot. If these guys continue winning like this. So that's that. So I wanted to look at the Panthers schedule, and then we'll look at the Bengals schedule. to see who they played because Mike's we all knew Mike's a good player. Um, so he lost to the Niners. This is like a sim. Oh shoot! So Mike has three a sim loss and two sim wins. It looks like two sim wins. No times played. All right, so disregard looking at Mike's. But Mike's technically Mike's 4-0 when playing his games this season. So that's not bad. So look at the Bengals schedule. I think the Bengals played all those games too. Yeah. So he's played the Patriots, who was kind of new, I believe. The Colts, the Seahawks. Looks like a tight game here. The Steelers, the Cards, the Browns. So I mean, Mick doesn't really have. I mean, his first probably real challenge, I think, is probably the Rams in Week 9. Um, the Niners had a pretty good year last year, so we'll see if he put up any a fight or anything. And then the Chiefs. Um, he has the Dolphins. He has myself. Then he has the Bills. So he has a well, he plays the AFC East, so that's probably gonna be tough in it, in itself. But the rest of his schedule, because of his division, isn't really that tough. Um, but he's doing what he's supposed to do, win the games that he should be winning, and nobody's gonna get mad at that. Oh wow! I need oxygen. All right, so we'll jump into the stats. Take a quick look. My man Sloan. I mean, I went to go look at whatchamacallit too, so we'll jump right into these. Like I said, um, Deshaun Watson. I was looking at this today. Um, I think I'm, like 80 yards less than Deshaun Watson. Um, but he's thrown like it looks like 60 more times than me. For almost the same amount of yardage. So I mean, thanks. So the mo, if you want to play the Texans, is force him to run the ball, which is weird to say. Um, or force him to throw interceptions. He's thrown 12, and that's not a lot in my opinion. I think because it's a video game, I think somewhere between two interceptions a game is probably allowable. He's at 12 and we're at week 8, so that's not bad. He's throwing like 1 point whatever per game. Um, so who's leading in picks? Carl with 19. Yeah, Carl with 19. What I would explain, Tricky's 0-7 start. Um, and I just feel like Nick hasn't really. I don't know if he's run the ball that well. Um, I mean, he's got Cooper. He's got a lot of toys. But it's just not translating into this game. Cousins 18. Whitecheck has thrown 13. Ross 13. But I'm not really. What I'm looking. These interception numbers don't jump out at me, except for the Cousins and Carr. But all of this I think, is pretty normal. Like guys aren't really throwing a lot of picks this year, which is good to see. Which is a combination of guys kind of like getting used to the game, and and getting used to their players. I know Ford has thrown only one all year. Oh, he threw two. He must have just thrown these two. He must have just played and just thrown these two, because I think he only had one last time I checked. Might have been 11-1, something like that. Touchdowns. That's my man Sloan, Newton, Meredith, Taylor. This guy's having a really good year. Obviously, he's 5-1. Look at the touchdowns to interception ratio. Complete passive completion rating 67. This guy's 74. 74. I mean, I'm no big football number guy in terms of percentages, but I heard something like 66 is like the watermark for every 2 out of 3, and this guy is like 3 out of 4, which is almost amazing. I mean, if you can complete 3 passes out of 4 passes, essentially what you do on your first drive, you would get, you'd make 3 completions, and then the incompletion would come on the beginning of your second drive, which is still good, nonetheless. But like I said, they're really throwing the ball. These look at this, and this happens when you're losing a lot too. So Watson, Stafford, Wycheck, Carl Cousins. These are all teams with losing records. And when you're out the game, you're just trying to get the ball downfield as fast as you can and trying to score. Um, and so that's what happens. And I will say one thing. I've noticed that sacks are up, big time. 30 here, 27. I think I have like 24, or is it 22? 22 sacks. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what normal is. Aaron Rodgers not getting sacked at all. Um, I don't know any starter. We'll take a look. Let's see. Is any starter with less than double-digit sacks so far? And the answer is no. Meredith with eighth. So this guy's have a good balance. Aaron Rodgers with six. Um, Tom Brady with six. Um, Tom Brady at Brown. Wow. So that's really about it. Kaiser with 11. So these full time starters, these guys. I mean, the defense is playing well, so can't be too mad at that. And let's go check. We'll check yards per game, 299. So he's really flinging that ball. Rushing, David Johnson, which is, I mean, this is weird to see that a guy who has a losing record is running so well. Doesn't really translate into touchdowns, but he's averaging 7.2 yards per carry, which is unbelievable. 7.5 for Le'Veon. 7.5 and 7.2 are just ridiculous numbers to put up. And I mean, look at the averages per game, mixing with 121, Le'Veon 114, 112, Cook 103. I mean, these are teams not really winning. This team's a winning team, winning. I believe he was 4-3, 5-1. I don't remember this guy's record, Tim's. But five out of the top six or six out of the top seven running teams with strong runners have winning records, and that's like no surprise to see that at all. A much closer rushing title race, I think, than last year. I feel like last year Gurley was just like out in front, and where is he now? He's still doing wow. It's like the fourth time yawning. So Gurley's playing well still. We all know that. Fournette, of course, plays well. Elliott, I don't know. Slaughter's a rook. Howard, Henry. So that's that. Let's go look at the receiving. Odell Beckham with 35 receptions. Nelson and tight end Reed with 35 receptions. We don't really see too many tight ends in the top in terms of receptions. Except for I think the last Madden when Shy, who had the Texans, drafted those two tight ends, I believe, and he was just going ham with those guys in terms of receptions. But 35 through 8 games played, and then 35 through 7 games played. And Martavis has 6 games played. So Martavis will probably pass us. He'll probably jump to the top spot in terms of receptions. In terms of yardage, here you go. I'll tell you, Heston Cook, 747. He goes off for 200 versus the Redskins. So there goes his, his numbers just jumped up tremendously. Odell's there, myself, Ty, Gene Giles, Shaheen. Surprisingly, well, I mean, a tight end. It's like I said. Shy plays with his tight end a lot. So that being said, Hopkins, Brown, Benjamin, Fuller, Thomas. No one with double-digit touchdowns yet. I'm sure by the next week, we'll have one guy here, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. These guys only have 6 and 7. So That's that. Um, I'm gonna say maybe I'm taking a stab in the dark here, but these guys right here will be Pro Bowl linemen by downs played. It's probably like a downs played to um to a sack number. So this guy has 448 downs played. Not he's gonna give up a single sack. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the Pro Bowl. So maybe that's I just looked at the other day. I just took a stab at it, and maybe that's how Madden determines how the Pro Bowl guys make the Pro Bowl. On defense, it's really hard, so we'll just do solo. Hargraves. That's never really good, but I guess in the pass happy league, I got a guy there. My guy Hunt doesn't have a single interception. I'm surprised. Um, yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't a single interception. I thought he had at least one. Tackle for losses, 13. John Simon, Mario Edwards. The Colts. The one thing about the Colts that he goes out and spends money in free agency. The second year in a row where I've seen that. Um, Rodriguez Bruton. This guy's pretty good. Okay, little 1 year experience guy. So double digit tackles for losses, but still no wins. Sacks 12 and a half. I believe I always think that a 4-3 team they have a better chance of getting sacks from this end position. Um, Maybe the Chiefs play at 3-4. I know they do in real life. Uh, but I believe the Chargers, the Browns. I think this. I feel like the Steelers are playing a 4-3 as well. T.J. Watt being only 252, and this guy being 249. This finesse and acceleration. Uh, Not bad. So I feel like these 4-3 ends always kind of benefit from being uh having the outside shoulder of the tackle and able to just turn their hips and get around them. Um, DTs, Brown, Menahem, my guy Lewis. So you're really not gonna see that too often. Uh, DTs, and this guy traded to a trade. He's playing well for this guy. See, this guy was a good DT too. Um, so that's sacks. We go to picks. Obi's doing his thing. I mean, Obi had that one game with 4 picks, I believe, but nothing really since. My guy Seward with 5. My man Francois with 5. Marshall with 5. Preston Brown with 5. Simmons with 5. I think he had 3 one game. Barry with 4. Ray with 4. Tankersley with 4. Aaron Durr, Burford. So there's a good blend, I feel like, this season, with corners and safeties getting picks. It's still linebacker heavy. You can tell these are the teams that kind of use their middle linebackers without question. Um, and so, that's why you had those numbers there. So NFC, we'll jump in there. Solos, Ryan Kuechly, Davis. I like this linebacker a lot. Todd Davis, Deion Buchanan, Emerson, Trufant, Deion Jones, another good guy. So we'll tackle for losses. We'll see double digits here. Same thing, 3-3. Tyree Murdoch. I wanted Cameron Wake during the offseason. He's got 4 sacks. I mean, the guy's an animal. They outbidded me. So I mean, it is what it is. Can't have them all. This rookie right here looks good too. But and there's another guy who plays a 4-3. So I don't think I know the Redskins are playing like a hybrid. I think they're doing both, 4-3 and 3-4. So we'll look at the sacks. We'll see if they're 4-3 teams. 4-3 team. I think it's a 4-3 team. 4-3, 4-3, 4-3. I don't know. This might be a hybrid team. 4-3, 4-3. Ooh, maybe this is probably the first 3-4 guy. 4-3. Not as big as he is last year, I believe, right? So it looks like the NFC has more sack guys, but the we as AFC has a double digit guy. Interceptions. Hassan Reddick. This guy is super fast, I believe. How big is he? 235. That is a really good linebacker. I believe got from the Cardinals. Eli Apple with 6 picks. Stephon Anthony, another good user back. T.D. McDonald, Devon Clay. Surprised. 3 picks from this guy. Keanu Reed, Collins, Duckworth. I believe is the corner that I wanted. But I like my guy. I wanted this guy right before Jean-Francois went. Jordan Evans. And so that's really it. I mean, not too many guys are watching, so I guess I really can't discuss anything really. I guess just to top it off, we'll go to awards. Look at the awards. Player of the week. Oh, Clay, here it is. Clay Ingram with 4 sacks. Wow. Mariota 345, 4 pass TDs. Wycheck with a offensive player of the week. Okay, it's pretty nice. What did I? Okay, we'll look at the schedule. I'll give you my opinions. Who win, lose, or whatever you want to call it. League schedule. So I have the Eagles in this game. I've seen the Patriots play. I know that he's getting used to the sim rules. Still some issues with his gameplay a little bit, but I think the Eagles probably a little more skill than the Patriots. So I'll go with Eagles here. I'm gonna go Bills here, hands down. If Conan can play, then I'll go Cowboys. But this might be a sim win for the Lions. I mean, this might be a game worth watching, to be honest with you, because of Tom Brady. We'll see if Sev picks up last year's form with the better quarterback. I know he had Andy Dalton last year, so maybe his issue with his gameplay comes down to quarterback, and see what happens. Tom Brady looks like he might be just a rental, and we'll see how it goes from there. Vikings, Chicago. Chicago needs to win, but I feel like the Vikings are playing good football, so I don't think they're gonna lose. I've got the Bengals in this one. I've got I'm gonna say Jacksonville. I'm gonna say Jacksonville. I think because Jacksonville leans on that running game. In spite of this, doesn't look the same as last year. Last year he's really good. He got off to a big lead last year. I think he faded late, but it was enough for him to get into the playoffs. But I'm gonna say Jacksonville here. I got Ford in this game versus Play. Even though Play is really, really good. Ford is rolling on all cylinders right now. Tyrod seems to be the key to his offense at the moment. Tyrod has 14 touchdowns and 3 picks. I want to say he threw 2 picks in his last game, and I'm almost certain of it. And I'll take a look after this, right? And then I'll just jump off. I'm gonna go Chargers here. But it's interesting to see how many throws the Texans will have with Watson. I mean, yeah, Deshaun Watson. And these are the other games that already played. Damn, Broncos over. Oof. Damn. Oakland is definitely drowning. And Atlanta over Seahawks. So let's see. Let's take a look at this Saints game, if I can find it. Oh, New Orleans wins. I think he throws 2 picks in this game. See, I told you. I knew he threw 2 picks here. Um, like I said, I had just watched the stats. That's all I have for tonight. Like I said, I'd make it quick tonight. It's the mid-season point. I think if you're gonna make a trade, you have until Sunday. Both games must be played to make the trade go through, or both games unplayed. After that, that's it. Have a good night, y'all. Uh, I'm definitely got to get back doing this more often. I think last week I was working last week, and then after work, I'm just useless. So that's all. Thanks for watching it. When you watch the replay, I appreciate it. Um, if you don't, just subscribe if you want to. I don't know if that means anything to me. Not really, because I don't really do it for monetary stuff. But if I did, subscribe and like, so you can just kind of see the alerts and put on the notifications. This way I don't have to put the link in chat all the time. That's all for tonight, guys. Thanks. Peace out. Long live PSL.